on Live from Ahch-To, a Star Wars podcast.
I've known you a long time, Boba.
Numero uno, honcho.
Boba Fett.
The head cheese.
I am Boba Fett.
Let's just pray you don't screw up here like you did over Macho Grande.
We know who you are.
You should take a nice soak in the Bacta tank. Perhaps he fears the Rancor.
I was sent by the mayor! The mayor sent me!
I guess he just ran out of fiber.
I can't stand it anymore!
Welcome, troopers, to 2024 and episode 11 of Live from Ahch-To, a Star Wars podcast. I'm your host, TJ, and I'll watch any movie as long as it's Star Wars. Today we're discussing Star Wars: The Book of Boba Fett, released a little over 2 years ago on the Disney Plus streaming service, and met with a mix of excitement and trepidation from across the fandom. What started out as a potentially great Star Wars outing, the show took a serious nosedive after the Mandalorian and Luke Skywalker-focused episodes, which many have dubbed the Mandalorian Season 3 prologue, or true Mandalorian Season 3 opener. I personally enjoyed the series up until that point. Then the show just became stupid. There's a lot to unpack there, but the writing, plot points, plot holes, character dialogue, the action, so to speak, just an overall sense of laziness and lack of respect for the audience that not even the first live-action appearance of Cad Bane could save. The show really left me disappointed, especially concerning the Tusken Raider tribe. I was expecting a huge battle in the finale with Tusken Raiders fighting alongside Mos Pelgo denizens and Boba Fett's crew against the Pikes, only to learn the Tusken tribe was wiped out off-camera somehow by the Rogue Biker Gang, to which Fennec Shand deemed highly unlikely. It was a major letdown. So what did you think of Star Wars: The Book of Boba Fett? Was it compelling and steep in Star Wars mythology that expanded the background and ethos of a beloved character? Or was it a lazy, bloated mess of a show that probably shouldn't have even been made? These perspectives and more in today's episode. So grab a gaffy stick and strike a righteous Tusken pose as we dive into Star Wars: The Book of Boba Fett. Our first guest today is Tuba Boots McGee from Steamboat Springs, Colorado. Thank you, Tuba, for joining us today to talk about Star Wars: The Book of Boba Fett.
Hey there, I'm Tuba for Boba. Please call me Boots.
Welcome, Boots. So what are your thoughts on The Book of Boba Fett?
Yeah, what was the book part? Was there an actual book?
How do you mean?
Well, The Lord of the Rings started with Bilbo Baggins writing his book. And it's called The Book of Boba Fett. So is Boba Fett writing a book?
No, I don't think so.
Because the episodes are called chapters. It seems like there should be a book. Maybe a cookbook.
A cookbook?
Yeah, I think the show would have worked out better if he became a chef.
A chef?
Yeah, maybe turn Jabba's palace into a resort or lavish B&B with a 5-star restaurant.
Okay.
He could have used a spice as his main angle. Boba Fett's mind-expanding spice cakes. Or maybe a spiced Ronto filet and a spiced bantha nugget platter for the kids.
Sure. That sounds great.
And this would all lead to his book, Cooking with Boba. Or Spice Boba, Cooking with the Fett. Yeah, check this out. All right, stop. Gather up and listen. Boba's back with a whole new confection.
Yes, I get it. Thank you.
The scene where they were sneaking into the palace through the kitchen.
Sneaking?
Yeah, what about it?
His head wheels were definitely turning.
Okay.
Sneaking?
Oh, yeah. First thing he's gonna do is can those droids.
The droids? Why?
He can't cook. They got no palate. How are they supposed to do a taste test?
Taste check! Spoons down!
Well, wouldn't Boba do that as the head chef?
I guess, but no droid is gonna be any good as a sous chef or saucier, you know?
Sure.
And do you think Mando's gonna eat there when he finds out there are droids in the kitchen? No way.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, he's even already set for delivery with his crew of space Vespa riders.
Delivery?
Yeah. Oh, he should have pizzas.
Pizzas?
Pizzeria de Fett. Oh, Italian food, that's it.
Italian food. In Star Wars?
Yeah, his star dish could be the Boba Fettuccine with feta cheese. Oh, wow, it's right there.
Sure. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, with either banta meatballs or Ronto sausage meat sauce.
Well, it sounds like you've given this a lot of thought.
Yeah, and he can have Ronto sausage shawarma carts around town, like from that A New Hope Special Edition cutscene. You know, the scene where Biggs gets diarrhea?
And thank you, Tuba, for calling in to talk about Star Wars The Book of Boba Fett. Great to hear from you. And up next is Gar Fieldhouse from Liverpool, Texas. Thank you, Gar, for dialing in today to talk about Star Wars.
Hey there, howdy. Hey, what's up with them Jawas? I'm having a hard time with them.
What about the Jawas?
Well, in Mando Season 2, when Cobb Vanth is telling Mando his story and how he got the Boba Fett armor,
Yeah.
he was basically down for the count in the open desert when the Jawas found him.
Right.
They took him in, gave him a sandwich and some coffee to perk him up. Then Cobb traded his rock collection he had stored in his ice cream maker for the Boba Fett armor. Are you following me so far, TJ?
Yes, I'm following.
Then we cut the Book of Boba Fett, who just blasted his way out of the Sarlacc and is passed out in the open desert.
Right.
Same Jawas come along.
Okay.
Do they take him in, perk him up with some nice small for dark roast? No. They just take his shit, kick him in the junk, and leave him there for dead.
Huh. That's right, they do that, don't they?
Yeah, right? So what's up with that? They saved Cobb and robbed Boba Fett? I don't get it.
Yeah, that's really odd when you think about it.
But I think I have it figured out.
Oh, yeah? Do tell.
Here's the thing. Timothy Oliphant, the feller that played Cobb Vanth, he's a damn handsome man. And I'm sure the Jawas were simply starstruck.
Okay.
And that Tamarick Morrison feller that played Boba Fett, he looks like an assistant manager at Buc-ee's.
Temura. His name's Temura.
Tempura? Like the shrimp?
Temura Morrison.
Well, whatever my point is, it seems like the Jawas are just racist assholes.
Yes, there's definitely some inconsistency going on there with the Jawas.
Yeah, I blame the writers for not talking to each other. Writers on Mando. Hey, we need someone to save Cobb. Why not the Jawas? Writers on Boba Fett. Hey, how do we explain how the Jawas have the Boba Fett armor? Do they just find it? No, that's not dramatic enough. They just take it and leave him for dead.
Yeah, that is certainly a possibility, given the writing on this show.
But Timothy Oliphant, though? Man, I'm as straight as an arrow. But I'd go Paul Stanley to have a drink with that guy.
Paul Stanley?
Yeah, I mean, I'd eat a Paul Stanley chest hair sandwich just for the chance.
And thank you, Gar, for calling in today to talk about Jawas, Timothy Oliphant, and Paul Stanley. Great to hear from you. And up next is Phil Shanter from Montreal, Canada. Welcome, Phil, to chat about Star Wars The Book of Boba Fett.
Best TV show since T.J. Hooker. You must be a huge fan of that one, right, T.J.?
T.J. Hooker with William Shatner? Wow, that's an old one.
Absolutely spectacular television. Way ahead of its time.
If you say so.
T.J., what's your favorite episode of T.J. Hooker?
I don't have one.
Well, I'm the same way. I celebrate the entire series.
Yeah, that's not what I meant.
All 5 seasons, and I'm not losing any sleep, wondering what J.J. stood for.
As far as you're concerned, my first name is Sergeant.
Okay.
The use of hood slides was tremendous. Boba Fett could have used more hood slides, you know?
Sure.
The speeder chase scene where the mayor's Twilight Lackey was trying to make a getaway needed a hood slide.
Okay. I think it's pronounced Twi'lek, though.
Just as he's trying to speed away, Boba could have slid across the speeder's hood, grabbed one of his head tails, and stuff him in an old refrigerator.
Yeah, cool. Maybe.
Most of the issues with the show could have been fixed with a few well-placed hood slides. At least one per episode would have worked.
Yeah, I'm not sure I could see Boba Fett actually doing that.
DJ does Jim Morrison do his own stunt work?
His name is Temura, and I don't know.
Because William Shatner did all his own stunt work, including the driving. Did you know that, TJ?
No, I did not know that.
I did not know that.
Hanging on the back of a van in a chase scene from Season 3, Episode 6, goes in through the back, gets the driver in a headlock, van flips over, Hooker walks away and says, "Hold my beer."
Very cool.
Beautiful piece of television.
Yeah, it sure sounds like it.
William Shatner even reenacted a hood slide on that CBS show. My dad says.
Very cool. I didn't watch that one.
Hooker's partner Romano does a great hood slide in Season 1, Episode 3. Just before Hooker jumps on the hood of a car, they can't shake him off. Then he calls in the license plate with his shoe.
His shoe? I'm pretty sure that was from an SNL sketch.
I can't give you the license. Well, wait a minute. I'll try and read it with my foot.
Some excellent hook slide action in Season 3, Episode 11. Hooker while evading gunfire. Episode 20, Hooker dodging a tractor-trailer. And in Episode 11, Hooker slip and slides across the factory floor of the Premium Ice Company on melted slush to catch a perp with a mustache. Lots of bad guy mustaches in the show. Boba Fett should have a mustache.
Well, there are a lot of mustaches in Star Wars.
They should have let that bad guy with the big mustache fall off the bridge in Season 2, Episode 1. But Hooker's heart still for justice.
I love to weed out airheads and marshmallows.
Okay.
He's also a master of the police baton.
Oh, yeah?
In Season 2, Episode 5, a suspect pulls out a knife and says, "I got you, copper," and threatens TJ with some fighting moves, but Hooker does some Ninja Twirl action with his baton and says,
"There's only one way to keep your kind of scum off the streets. It's a public trial."
Before taking him down, the rest is TJ Hooker history.
Yeah, that's really exciting.
Some amazing guest stars as well. Sharon Stone, Ray Wise, Gary Lockwood, Larry Flash Jenkins.
Sharon Stone?
Talent was lining up left and right to cash in on the Hooker. Even Richard Hatch gave a breathtaking performance in Season 4, Episode 8, playing the creepy guy who lives in a camper.
Wow, wasn't he the original Apollo from Battlestar Galactica?
There's a grocery store shootout in Season 3, Episode 8, where Hooker uses a stack of Charmin briefly as cover. That's ballsy.
Charmin toilet paper? Product placement maybe?
And in Season 3, Episode 9, Hooker drops onto a speedboat from a helicopter. No shock repellent needed. Batman's got nothing on TJ Hooker.
Yeah, great. So, Phil...
I'm also thinking about starting a TJ Hooker tribute band called T-Bone Hooker and the Hook Sliders.
Yeah, that's great. Look, I know you're excited to talk about TJ Hooker, but we're here to talk about Star Wars.
You know, I've never really liked Star Wars much. Too many switches, lights, and knobs, literally hundreds and thousands of blinking, beeping, and flashing knobs, blinking and beeping and flashing, and they're flashing, they're beeping. I can't stand it anymore. They're blinking and bleeping and flashing.
And thank you, Phil, for calling in today to talk about hood slides, mustaches, and TJ Hooker. Great to hear from you. And up next, we're really excited to welcome back Duke Dry Humper from Plantain, California.
Placencia, California. A plantain is something else, and it's Lark. Lark Lick Looker.
Right. So sorry, Lark. How are things in the spice joint today?
Spectacular. I've been extended an offer by the PAX to franchise the spice joint to other systems. I think it'll be good to diversify. I'm looking at a Nowat, Jakku, and Ryloth. Maybe Navarro.
Well, that sounds good. So what are your thoughts on the Book of Boba Fett?
I was mostly tuned out until Chapter 6 when I was finally able to see my half-brother again, Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, I knew that episode would hold your attention.
Yeah, and while I don't have the Boba Fetish most Star Wars fanboys have, I'd walk naked in traffic to see Luke.
Of course. Are there any stand-up moments for you from the Luke episode?
It's interesting they tried to make Luke's temple in the making look like the Ahch-To dwellings from The Last Jedi, even though Luke hadn't been there yet.
Oh, that's interesting. I still haven't seen that one yet.
It's still horseshit.
Right, you've said that.
I've also been shopping around to find a pair of Luke's Jedi Ninja shoes.
Luke's shoes?
Yeah, that's some quality footwear I need in my life, and I can't find them anywhere.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
DSW and Zappos can kiss my
okay.
I've been wearing an old pair of Crocs that work well enough here in the spice joint, but I need something more force-worthy when trouble comes sniffing around.
Okay, cool. Any other insights on the Luke episode?
I didn't understand Grogu's dilemma.
Really? How so?
You can either have a cool lightsaber or a t-shirt made out of paper clips.
Huh, interesting way to put it.
I would have taken the lightsaber and stayed with Luke in half a heartbeat.
Yes, I'm sure you would have.
And Ahsoka ain't half bad to look at either. I wonder if the carpet matches the drapes.
And thank you, Duke, for calling in today to talk about...
It's Lark.
Right. Sorry.
Lark Lick Looker.
Yeah, I keep forgetting.
The Mark Hamill face they used to deepfake Luke was from his 1975 commercial for the Kodak Tele Instamatic 608 camera.
That's great. Thank you so much for calling in today to Lark to talk about Luke Skywalker, his shoes, and Ahsoka. Great to hear from you. And finally, we have Weisenheimer Sparklebutt from Provo, Utah. Thank you, Weisenheimer, for calling in today to talk about Star Wars The Book of Boba Fett.
Hello.
Hello.
I have a website where I Photoshop big mustaches on people.
Oh, yeah? What if they already have a mustache?
Then they get a bigger mustache.
Next time on Live from Ahch-To, a Star Wars podcast.
This is Commander Poe Dameron of the Republic Fleet. I have an urgent communique for General Hux.
This is General Hux of the First Order.
Hi, I'm holding for General Hux.
This is Hux.
Okay, I'll hold.
Hello?
Hello? Yep, I'm still here.
This is Hux. Hello?
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 Can you?
Hello?
Can he hear me?
Hi, I'm holding for General Hux.
I can hear you.
Hello?
Can you?
Hello?
Can he hear me?
Hux?
This is Hux.
Hello?
Can he hear me?
Hello?
I can hear you.
Hi, I'm holding for General Hux.
This is Hux. Hello?